Good morning, my dear students. Today we will start the new topic types of chemical change, types of chemical reactions. There are four types of chemical reactions: direct combination method, or it is also called synthesis method, decomposition method, displacement method, and double decomposition method. Direct combination method is what? It is a chemical reaction in which two elements, see, this is one element, this is one element, two different elements or two elements react to form a compound. Here, a chemical reaction in which two or more substances combine together to form a single unit. Two or more compounds means two or more substances. If it is like this NH3, ammonia, NH3 plus HCl, it forms a single compound NH4Cl, ammonium chloride. So two or more substances, whether they are elements or compounds, or an element or compound, they combine to form a single unit, single product. Here A is one substance, B is another substance. Both substances combine and form a compound. In this reaction, combination reaction, a combination of substance A and B means the reactant takes place to give a molecule of new substance, means a new product is formed. What may happen in combination reactions? You can see, first, two elements may combine. Product ultimately it will be compound. So first, two elements may compound, like this one. Hydrogen plus chlorine. Two elements are combining and forming a single product. Likewise, here is carbon is one element, oxygen is another element, carbon dioxide is the compound. Or one element and one compound. One element, here is one element, oxygen is an element, and carbon monoxide is a product. They combine together to form a single product, carbon dioxide. So one element and one compound may combine to form a new substance, to form a new compound. Likewise, sulfur dioxide, it is a compound. Oxygen is an element, it forms sulfur trioxides. Next possibility is two or more compounds. My dear students, now we are kids. We are the kids in chemistry. First of all, forget so far more. Two compounds combine. Here ammonia is a compound. Hydrogen chloride gas is a compound. Both combine to form ammonium chloride. Here are calcium oxide plus H2O. It forms CaOH whole 2. It is also called calcium hydroxide, slake lime, or slake water, or lime water. Slake lime, we know that it is used for the whitewash, this and that. Here once you see reactions, photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? It is a chemical process in which the plants makes their food in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. This carbon dioxide plus water combines together to form this glucose and oxygen. Here are some examples, you can go through this. Now decomposition. Decomposition means breaking down. In this process, a compound is broken down into, here is a compound AB, suppose it is a compound, it is broken down into C and D. This C and D both may be element, both may be compound, or one may be element, another may be compound. We will see it later on. Just right now we will see it. So here a compound is broken down. That compound can break up by two processes, either by passing an electric current or by heating. The substance which breaks up, which is split by passing electric current, it is called electrolysis. And the chemical reactions in which a compound breaks up on heating is called thermal decomposition method. Thermal decomposition reactions. Here is a decomposition reaction which is brought about by heating, when it is heated without any recombination or cooling, means in which the compound is broken down, that process by heating, that is called thermal decomposition reactions. So the chemical reaction in which a compound breaks up, splits into two or more simpler substances, whether they may be elements, both may be compounds, or one may be element, another may be compound, is called decomposition reactions. Here this one, decomposition reaction is the breaking up of a compound either into elements, just right now I had told you, either into elements or compounds, such that these products can never recombine, because chemical reaction is a permanent change, no reversible reaction, it is irreversible reactions. Decomposition reaction, breaking down of a compound, may occur in presence of heat or light, or by passing an electric current. Heat, light, and electricity are different forms of energy which cause breaking down. By heating, it causes a breaking down of a compound. In decomposition reactions, here are some examples. What may happen? What are the possibilities? Here is a compound C. After heating, it is divided into elements. Both elements are the products. Here see silver chloride. Silver and chlorine is formed. Water, passing electrical current. Electric current, hydrogen and oxygen is formed. So a compound is divided into two elements. हम देख लिए कि दोनों ही elements form करता है. Now, here we see. A compound can break up to form both elements and compounds. A compound can split into a compound and an element. So, first two possibilities is what? A compound breaks up into two or more elements. Second is what? Compound can split up into both elements and compound. Now, third part. Third is what? A compound can break up to form two or more new compounds. See here, 1 and 2 compounds. Or even if we see, if it is PbNO3 whole 2. When it is heated, it forms lead oxide plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen gas is evolved. Here are another two examples. In the last or before two classes, I had given you some ideas. I had given you some tips that we should know the concept. Here are some concepts. Thermal decomposition of metal compound. Now, if you see here, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, then iron, tin, nickel, lead, then it is hydrogen in fact, but this is the metals only. Here are the names of the metals. So after lead it comes hydrogen, then copper, mercury, silver, then gold and platinum. They are noble metals, they do not react with anything. So what happens when any metallic hydroxide like calcium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, zinc or another hydroxides are heated. So if we heat, these things we should keep in our mind. Everywhere these things will come. When sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide are heated, nothing is going to happen. It will not decompose. But when calcium, magnesium and aluminium, here are the examples. From calcium up to copper hydroxides, when they are heated, they will form the respective metallic oxide. If it is calcium hydroxide, the calcium oxide, lead hydroxide, lead oxide, in addition with water is formed. Now here in this case, what is the difference? Here metallic oxide was formed, but in the case of mercury and silver, metal plus water plus oxygen is formed. This concept we should keep in our mind. Then carbonates, these things I had given you in my last class, 2 periods before. Sodium and potassium carbonates, if you potassium carbonate and sodium carbonate, if you go on heating, nothing is going to happen. But if you dissolve in water, if you put some water, it will dissolve. Now from calcium up to copper, I had given you the concept. What was the concept? Any metallic carbonates, when it is heated, and any metallic carbonates on heating, I well remember I had given you metallic carbonate on heating gives metallic oxide plus carbon dioxide. I had given this example. Zinc carbonate, when heated, it forms zinc oxide, calcium, carbon dioxide. Similarly here, any metallic carbonate right from calcium up to copper on heating forms respective oxide plus oxygen. But see, here is once again the difference. Here instead of silver oxide, only metal silver is obtained. Oxygen and carbon dioxide is obtained. Now, what happens in the case of metallic bicarbonate? I had given you that idea. When any metallic bicarbonate is heated, it forms metallic carbonate, water plus this carbon dioxide is formed. Any metallic carbonate, when heated, it forms, metallic bicarbonate is heated, metallic carbonates, water and carbon dioxide is formed. Metallic carbonates or metallic hydrogen carbonate, this metallic sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate, we can give both the names, sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. On heating, it forms sodium carbonate, water and carbon dioxide. Here are the another examples. Now once again here, sodium potassium nitrate, on heating they melt and decompose to give this nitrite plus oxygen. Sodium nitrite, when sodium nitrate is heated, sodium nitrite plus oxygen. If potassium nitrate is heated, potassium nitrite and oxygen is formed. But from calcium up to copper, what is the our concept? When any metallic nitrate is heated, it forms metallic oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen. Metallic oxide, here if you can see, metallic oxide, zinc oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen is produced. So my dear students, don't get it by heart the chemical reaction. We should know the concepts. First two, sodium potassium nitrate, when heated it forms nitrite, KNO2 or NaO2 plus oxygen. But from calcium up to copper will form calcium oxide, nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen gas is formed. Then For these last two, silver and mercury and silver, metal are formed, mercury or silver is formed, nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen is formed. How the decomposition reactions takes place in our body. Digestion of food, it is an example of decomposition reactions. Whatsoever we take food, those starts by enzymes, they are converted to glucose, and when we take respiration, when we inhale oxygen, this glucose get oxidized to form carbon dioxide and water vapor. Both comes out of our body and gives us energy. Here are some examples. You go through it. If there is any problem, you can call me back. Now, here is potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminum, iron, and so on. What is this? This is the metallic activity series or metal reactivity series, or simply we can say activity series. We had studied in this thing in class 7 and 8. So here is another type of reactions, double displacement reaction. In this reaction, it is a chemical chain in which more reactive elements displaces or replaces the less reactive elements from its solution. For example, if you see here, copper sulfate plus zinc, zinc is more reactive than copper. Zinc is more reactive. Here, if you can see, zinc is on top. It is more reactive than copper. So, zinc replaces this copper and forms zinc sulfate and copper. Likewise, magnesium plus H2SO4. Magnesium is more reactive than hydrogen. Here is your magnesium and here is hydrogen. So magnesium is more reactive than hydrogen. So magnesium replaces hydrogen and forms magnesium sulfate and hydrogen. This reactivity series, I have to do nothing. You have to do everything. You have to get it by heart. Now, another one is double decomposition reactions. Now, what is double decomposition reaction? Double decomposition reaction, it is also called double displacement reaction. There are certain conditions. What are the conditions? This reaction, both are same, double decomposition reaction or double displacement reaction. Here, the reactants are two compounds. Both the compounds are reactants. Both the reactants are compound. Two products will be formed and both the products will be compound. The reaction will take place in solution state and one precipitate may be formed or may not be formed. What I said. Two compounds are reactants, two compounds are the product. Reactions will take place in solution state. Fourth, here what I said, one precipitate may form, may not form. If precipitate is not formed, obviously it will be neutralization reaction. A neutralization reaction is what? A neutralization reaction, it is the reaction between acid and base, which will form salt and water. So a chemical reaction which takes place between acid and base are called neutralization reactions. Here you can see sodium hydroxide is a base, hydrochloric acid, HCl is an acid. Both here, this sodium is more reactive than hydrogen, so this hydrogen is replaced, and here OH, this hydrogen comes here. So there are two displacement and no precipitate is formed. This is called your neutralization reaction, and a precipitate is formed, then it will be called precipitation reactions. Come here. Here is the definition. It is a type of chemical reaction in which two compounds in solution state react to form two new compounds by mutual exchange of radicals. Double decomposition reaction is also called double displacement reaction. There are two types of double decomposition reaction. One is precipitation reaction, another one is neutralization reaction. For both the reaction, whether it is precipitation or neutralization, these three conditions are compulsory. First three is common for both. Now this fourth condition makes them different. If a chemical reaction in which two compounds in their aqueous state, I had told you solution states, so Batwa is the same, solution state, reacts to form an insoluble salt, means a precipitate, as one of the product. You can see here both are the compounds, both the reactants are compound. Here is barium sulfate, white precipitate, it is a compound, and sodium chloride is formed. So precipitation, it is the formation of a solid product which is insoluble. So in this precipitation reactions, one precipitate will be formed. But in this neutralization reaction, it is always a reaction between acid and base. If you can see all these examples, they all are the reactions between acid and base. So my dear students, it is okay for today. We will meet on next day. Once again, I would like to remind you, if you have any problem in any subjects, you can concern your teachers. We will feel happy. Personally, myself, if you have any problem in physics, chemistry, maths, you can have a touch with me anytime. We all the teachers are available for you. All the best wishes. See you. Bye.